This morning, we're getting a look at preliminary results for Washington's primary election, including the Seattle City Council races, promising to shake things up. 7 out of the 9 seats being decided this November. And Fox 13's political analyst, Republican strategist Randy Pepple and Kathy Allen on the Democratic side, joining us live in studio this morning. Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Good to have you. Let's start with the Seattle City Council races. 3 incumbents moving on to the general election. 4 new council members will be elected. And we've seen the council lean very progressive over the last decade. So what effect do you think the new blood will have on city government overall?
Well, it's definitely going to have a big impact on public safety. I think you would find that the police department is probably going to have more supporters. I also think it's going to be, it's kind of a new one. I'm kind of nervous about the fact that we're going to have, on the good side, a very diverse council. But on the other side, all newcomers, people who've never been or held any public office before. So it's going to be a shakeup for sure.
Randy, what do you think?
Well, a majority of the members of the city council will be new next year. We know that for a fact. I mean, the 4 incumbents didn't run for re-election, and the 5th one, Teresa Mosqueda, is running for King County Council. She got 54% in the early returns. It looks like she's moving on as well. So right now, Sarah Nelson is the only member of the council that's guaranteed to be back. She's been on the council for 2 years. So we're going to have a council that is going to be leaning a lot on staff, I think, but is not going to be filled with the firebrands that you have on the council that have led the city so far to the left, whether it's on homelessness, whether it's on taxes, whether it's on public drug use. All of those issues, you're going to see a shift back to the middle. Nothing conservative. I mean, there are no Republicans on the ballot in the Seattle City Council races. But you're going to see a little bit more rational behavior, I suspect, because the 3 incumbents that are running for re-election, 2 of them are under 50%. No incumbent wants to be below 50% in the primary. And the 3rd one is barely, that would be Dan Strauss, is barely over 50%. So you could see a clean sweep.
So, a lot of people outside of Seattle proper would say that, why are you talking so much about the Seattle City Council? We do know that the Seattle drives the economy for the entire state. So what is the impact overall we'll see out of these city council races moving ahead?
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen is that it's not just Seattle that's facing all of this. We're seeing changes in Renton. We're seeing changes in Burien. We're seeing changes in Issaquah. Bellevue has yet to have the big races decided. They're moving right on. In most of those cases, they only had 2 people running. And that's really interesting because I have to say, this year, it's not in Washington State. There's big challenges to incumbents. There are incumbents, many incumbents, not running for re-election from Bellingham all the way down to Vancouver. It's a big time. One of the biggest that Randy and I have seen in regards to the number of transitions and turnovers we're going to see in an odd year election like this. It doesn't usually happen.
And let's face it, the trends start in Seattle at the government level. And so, you'll see city council members in cities across the state start copying things that work. What the Seattle City Council has failed to do in recent years has have any things that work that people would want to copy. And again, from public safety to homelessness to public drug use, those are the things that other cities are watching. And if indeed you have, all of the incumbents swept out, or you're only left with 1 or 2 city council members left over after this election, that sends a message to cities around the state.
We have much more with Randy Pepple and Kathy Allen coming up later this hour. We'll also get into a 3rd indictment for former President Donald Trump and the impact that might have on the 2024 presidential election. In the meantime, though, let's get a check on what to expect as you head out the door with Abby Akoni.